South is full of haunted history. There are ghost stories around every corner waiting to be told.
I know that the paranormal is real.
There's a ghost story famous to the South. It's been told around campfires and written about in many books. But it's not just a story told in the dark. It's a true telling of one of Alabama's most notorious hauntings, the Drish House. The house was built in 1837 by Dr. John Drish and his wife, Sarah. It remained a family home until 1910, when it was sold to the city and became a school. It sat abandoned for 25 years, and later became a church until it was sold again to its current owners in 2014, and is now used as an event venue.
My name is Nicka McCool, and my husband, Matthew McCool, and I own the historic Drish House. One of the things that makes me think about the Drish as a place inhabited by spirits is that what we need in this house sort of oddly is attracted to the house. The house attracts what it needs.
Like others throughout the years, we too find ourselves drawn to Drish. We've investigated the house many times and feel a deep connection with the spirits here, and it's an honor to tell their story. John Drish died in 1867 by falling down the staircase in the house. To this day, you can hear him whistling and walking the halls. His daughter Catherine is also said to haunt the house. Her story is that of a lost love. John paid her fiancé to leave and lie about joining the war. Catherine said her goodbye to a love that would never return. To this day, passerbys will witness a woman standing in the window, waiting for her love to come home. But the most famous ghost story told from this house is that of Sarah and the candles.
Sarah obviously was devastated when he died, and she wanted the very best of everything. So she had gone to Atlanta to purchase some candles, and he laid in state in the top tower with the candles lit so that everybody could see it when they drove up. She carefully put them away after the wake, and she told her servants to please let those same candles be brought out when she passes.
Wow.
So fast forward, Sarah dies several years later of old age. And when she died, her cousin came to take care of all the effects and get the funeral going. And the servants started looking for the candles and couldn't find them. So the cousin was like, well, we'll do without them. And the servant's like, no, if we don't find them and use them, she'll walk. And so they went ahead with the funerals. The candles were never found, never used for upstairs. And that's when the reports of seeing the Drish House on fire started, because people would see candles or fire in the tower. Now, fast forward generations and generations of people with these exact same claims, not just anybody, firemen, policemen that have been called. If you know who you're talking to, you know what their triggers can be. So today we're introducing a baby. So if the baby's been caught it's a very realistic baby. So we're going to be using that. We've also received some more information about a cousin of one of the entities that was murdered nearby. And we're going to introduce that for the first time tonight. So it's going to be very interesting. What is that? I think we just heard the Green Girls.
It was coming through my headphones too.
While we were filming, we all heard disembodied laughter, like a child giggling. There were only 5 of us in the building at the time, and we were all together.
Of one of the entities that was murdered nearby, and we're going to introduce that for the first time tonight. So it's going to be very interesting.
What is that?
So it's going to be very interesting.
What is that?
Time tonight. So it's going to be very interesting.
What is that?
I think we just heard the Green Girls.
It was coming through my headphones too.
Yeah,
Got it on here.
Sounds like someone.
I thought you were playing a video on your phone.
Was the girls giggling?
It was little girls.
Yeah, we just heard the Green Girls. The Green Girls
That was very audible.
are cousins. They're cousins of one of the entities. So I recognize that as the Green Girls because I've heard them before.
We checked the rooms and the outside perimeter, but no one else was there. We decided to review the video footage immediately to see if we had captured it on camera.
Received some more information about a cousin of one of the entities that was murdered nearby, and we're going to introduce that for the first time tonight. So it's going to be very interesting.
And that's like laughing, giggling, and we heard it once.
But one thing we should note is we heard it after we brought up the murdered
The
cousin.
murdered cousin.
So
exactly.
that's going to be something new we introduce tonight and see what else.
Yeah.
See what else happens.
Very cool.
We were getting ready to film this trigger object segment, and our camera's audio captured an EVP. We didn't hear the voice in real time. Listen closely as Craig and I talk. There's another voice that interjects.
And you could even say one of our.
I'm not
And you could even say one of our. And
In 2021, we investigated Drish and captured several EVPs. These voices sound oddly similar to the ones captured on this camera's audio, including the disembodied giggling that we heard earlier. Listen to these recordings from our previous investigation to compare.
and
So this is Carly, and we're going to try something a little different tonight. We're going to try to use her as a trigger object to see if there's a specific entity that we can connect with.
And some more trigger objects we're going to use for Dr. Drish is a nice set of playing cards and a wonderful bottle of whiskey.
We're here to talk to Helen. So Helen, Nika was telling us about you, and we were hoping that maybe you would come talk with us tonight.
Own home as an adult, but she was murdered.
Was it here at Tuscaloosa?
How did he kill her?
Sort of thrown it with a razor.
We know you spent a lot of time in this house. Did you live here to be near your cousin?
It makes sense why you would come and spend time here still, especially if this place housed a lot of happy memories for you. How old were you when you would start coming here and visiting? How old were you when you would start coming here and visiting? We only managed to capture the one EVP during our session trying to communicate with Helen. Here's what we think she's saying. After this first EVP session, we took a break to regroup. Unfortunately, we didn't have a camera videoing at the time, but we left our audio rolling. We did capture another EVP, along with a disembodied voice, and what sounded like something being dragged across the floor.
Jay. Oh, let's see this.
Yeah,
I looked right at him, he's looking right back at me, I'm like, okay.
What was that?
Yeah, I heard that.
What was that?
We turned our cameras back on after hearing movement and voices coming from another room. We did capture the next one on camera.
Nobody's whistled at us.
Yeah, and usually they do.
Oh, they do whistle at you?
Yeah.
That was
Did y'all
interesting.
just hear it again?
Yeah. Well, it was under
I didn't
your
hear it that
voice.
time.
I heard that one.
Oh, they do whistle at you?
Yeah.
That was
Did y'all
interesting.
just hear it again?
Yeah.
Oh, they do whistle at you?
Yeah.
That was
Did y'all
interesting.
just hear it again?
Yeah. Well, it was under
I didn't
your
hear it
voice.
that time.
I heard that one.
Coming from
From
here.
there.
I didn't hear it that time.
It was
It's
like
like a.
Yeah, and it's
Soon after hearing a female voice, Jonathan began experiencing an extreme cold spot around him. We started directing our attention to Catherine, who we believe was making her presence known.
What'd you say?
I said, I'm not gonna be able to sit here. This is cold.
Is it that cold?
This is like a refrigerator cold. Now it's gone. That was weird.
So the
Are
cold's
you-
not there anymore. I'm telling you, that was her.
No.
The cold sensation only lasted a couple of minutes, but we thought this would be the perfect time to try an experiment where the guys in the room offer flowers to Catherine. We told them to present themselves as a man would from the 1800s. I'm not too sure they quite understood the assignment, but it did trigger a response.
Catherine, would you like to come smell the rose? It's a pretty rose, like you are. Thumbs up. You can come back and talk to me about art.
Oh my God. Dr. Drish, is there a gentleman in here worthy of your daughter?
I can promise you I would never take advantage of her.
What would the perfect date be that you would take Miss Catherine on? Apparently none of them know.
Y'all have never been on a date before.
You know, Catherine, I just really like long walks on the beach. Maybe we could take a long walk on the beach.
Ooh,
I didn't. My bad.
Okay.
no, you gotta. She liked that.
I don't really like the beach that much. I'm sorry. That was a lie.
He gets burnt.
I like to stay inside, Catherine. But I probably have the biggest rose, so.
Oh.
Not metaphorically.
Sure.
I like walking in the woods. Like
Y'all's date sounds like you're going to jail.
I do. I like hiking. I don't know if hiking was a thing back then, but I love hiking and just seeing nature and listening to birds.
Catherine, we could go and check out your horses and maybe ride the horses, or we could take a walk through town, grab a bite to eat. My favorite thing to do is just have a good conversation. So a nice walk through the town, check out some shops.
Did y'all just hear that downstairs?
I did.
It's because she ran out the door.
I would too.
Catherine, I'd like to add that my father owns a yacht and a lot of land.
I speak 3 languages, and I'm an artist, and I love animals, so I think you should pick me.
Dr. Drish, inside my house, there are 60 bottles of bourbon.
Yeah, wow, Mary.
That's true. That's a true story.
Dr. Drish, I have 100,000.
Oh my God. Who has a tobacco plant?
The money wins.
They love it.
Are you having fun with us? That was funny.
Yeah.
That was funny. Did you see that, Craig?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
And it lit up so many different colors.
I know. I mean, is it John? John, did you laugh at that? Or is that you, Catherine? Okay, there goes the thing again.
Look.
Several times.
Did you hear that?
I heard that. One thing that I would like to find out is why, when we get the name Sarah, why it's always a man saying it and we never get to hear from Sarah.
Right. I think it's John saying her name. That's the only person that makes sense saying her name.
Just Sarah was the mother of the family.
During previous investigations, we've captured EVPs saying the name Sarah. However, it has never been a female voice saying the name. It's always been a man's voice saying it whenever we bring Sarah up. Listen to this audio clip from 2021. This was an EVP we captured when we brought up Sarah and the candles. The last time we were talking about the candles when we started getting her name.
But it was a man's voice saying it.
We've never gotten definitive evidence of Sarah's spirit still at Drish, but there's clear signs of her memory. And although we didn't hear from John during this investigation, we've captured other EVPs from him in the past. He usually responds to our trigger objects, a deck of playing cards and a bottle of whiskey. He's been known to respond with his name, and has even kindly asked us to get out before.
Is it John? So I put the baby on the floor. Maybe you want to play with the baby? You want to play with the baby?
Here's a flower in case you want to play with the flower.
I'm sorry if I said it so awkward. He doesn't leave the house much.
They're laughing with us.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey! What is it? It's not the REM pod.
Yes, it is.
Well, something in here lit up all the lights just now when we were laughing.
I think they love it when we
Is it
all laugh.
John?
I don't know, but it happened whenever my mom made fun of me.
Look at that bee. That's
I don't
really
know.
cute.
It's definitely laughing with
Yes.
us because it only do
Sense
that
of
when
humor.
When we start laughing loud.
Yeah.
there's-
Maybe it only happens when they're laughing.
Yeah. Maybe.
You know. Because I don't think it would actually say, "Okay, let's light up and show them I'm laughing with them," but maybe the energy
Yeah.
from
Of
them
them
laughing.
laughing with us.
Yeah.
Part of Catherine's story goes that after losing the love of her life, she eventually married another man. She suffered from postpartum depression, and her husband forced Dr. Drish to take her back. Her husband also took her baby away from her. We were hoping that Carly would help us connect with Catherine so that we could learn more about that part of her history, and also to hopefully offer her some comfort in any painful memories from those days. Even in her old age, it's said that Catherine loved children.
So far, she hadn't shown any interest in the baby.
Maybe she's not gonna hit it.
That's true. Maybe she, if she knows it's
She
not
can sense.
ready. Do you know that the baby is a doll? What was that?
I heard like a low.
Do you know that the baby is a doll? What was that?
I heard like a low voice.
Catherine didn't seem too interested in Carly, but at least she let us know that she understood. We've had good luck using the Estes method here in the past. The Estes method is a sensory deprivation experiment where one person is blindfolded with noise-canceling headphones listening to a spirit box. The others will ask questions, and the one blindfolded will speak out loud any words that they hear come through the frequencies.
How many slaves were buried on the property?
Tons.
Oh my freaking.
This time, we didn't use the Estes method, but we played the spirit box out loud for everyone to hear.
Ashley.
What?
That's an Ashley.
Yeah, actually.
That sounded like Ashley.
Ashley.
What?
A voice came through saying Ashley, which is also interesting because during our previous investigation, the name Ashley also came through.
John, did you ever go swimming?
Ashley.
Ashley?
Can you say that one more time?
Did you say Ashley? Yes.
There it is
Yeah,
again.
there it was again. Ashley?
Yes.
There it is
Yeah,
again.
there it was again. Ashley?
We noticed that we were not getting direct answers to specific questions that we were asking. They did say the name Ashley, so we thought maybe we could ask random things just to test and see how aware the spirits were of us.
Alright, what if we tell you what to say? Can you say the word tree? Tree. Good job. Try the word baby. Baby. Did you hear that?
I did.
Can you say Tommy?
Yep.
It sounds very, yeah.
Although hearing intelligent responses come through the spirit box gives us a clearer perspective, indicating that the spirits are aware and can hear us, it only leads to more questions. We decided to try one more EVP session for the night, only to receive one final answer before things went quiet.
Why are you here at Drish?
I heard it too.
Was it like a pan or a pot or something?
Why are you here at Drish? Did you live here? Did you live here? Did you live here?
We walk away from this investigation with evidence suggesting that Helen and even the Green Girls have returned to a house that holds such fond memories for them. People have always been drawn to this house. It's a place we ourselves hold dear to our hearts. Until next time, the Drish House will continue bringing joy to both the living and spirits alike.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. If you want to see more videos or want to be a part of our live investigations, hit the subscribe button. Also, if you have any ideas for future investigations or want to share your own paranormal encounters, please feel free to leave a comment or send an email to crashmediaparanormal@gmail.com.